You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All right, it's Wednesday, and it's Nichols Live. And if you want to call in, 501-499-6022. 501-499-6022. If you want to text a comment or a question, my text number is 440-897-0611. Now, 24 people yesterday got the video. 24. So that's going to put us on Wednesday right at about, I think it's 107. Let's just lie and say 110. To be able to reach the number that I established when I worked out the calculus to all of this. The first week, so that we are on schedule with sufficient numbers doing the calling and making the presentation, should be between 500 and 600. You understand, we got like 96, 97 days. So it's very critical to hit these numbers. Do you understand that? Somebody might be wondering, so I'm just going to ask myself a question and then I'll answer it for me. Why, Larry, do we have to hit these numbers? Well, let me tell you. You see, you start out and remember the rules. Listen 3 times or watch it 3 times and absorb it. Maybe some of you need to watch it more times. Some of you may be able to watch it 1 time, but you got to be able to absorb it so that you can do what Dan Brown did. Know it so that when you talk to somebody, you are it. You are the plan. Then your job is to get people together at least twice a month to watch it. Twice a month. And I figure for each one of those gatherings, we hope, I planned in each gathering that we should be able to grow 2 people. 2 people. So you can do the math, don't you see? The more people we have getting the message. Now, what are those people getting? They're getting the same thing you got. In addition to showing them the video, then they're going to say, okay, we see it, hopefully. Hopefully they say we've seen it. Hopefully they understand it. You've done a good job because you absorbed it and you can explain it. Now they say, well, what can we do? What do? You tell them what I told you. You pass it on. You say, watch this thing, get the video and watch it 3 times or as many times as you need until you have absorbed the video, till you've absorbed the strategy and you know it. It's a part of you. It becomes like your hand. It's a tool. It's with you. And then you ask them to go and twice a month, at least minimally, talk and have a showing. And it just keeps going like that. What is the goal? We can't possibly get enough people. Even if we hit the 3,000, even if the 3,000 get 2 people each every time they show it, we can't possibly, some of you would think, we can't possibly get enough people, you would think, to make a difference. That's where you're wrong, because you misunderstand the goal. The goal is we're trying to find somewhere somebody you know, somebody you show this video to. Maybe you don't know them, but somebody you show this video to is going to know someone. Someone that, that can get it out and get it to, say, a state representative, or get it, let's say, to maybe even the governor. You see, that's how it works. We're looking for one. We're not looking for 1,000. We're looking for one. Do you get it? Do you get it now? We're looking for one. That's all we got to find, folks. Just one. Now, I'm going to ask you all to do just what I ask. Please do it just like I ask. I got to ask y'all to hold on 1 second. If you want to call. Sorry about that, folks. I had to get my dog back in the house. Sorry. Now, do you understand the goal? We're looking for one. We're not looking for 1,000. We're looking for one. Oh, 1,000 would be great. But we're looking for one. One. And who's got that one? Who knows that one? That's what we want to know. All right, I got a ton of messages. Let's see what they say. Look here. Greg sent me a text. Says we have 747 people listening. Just hold on. Got 7,747 people listening. Do you hear me? 7,700 people, 47. That's plenty enough to get the job done. What? I'm sorry, what? What? Alden, what did you just say? Cash, you're not on the air yet, buddy. All right, let me do this since Cash is talking to beat the band. Cash, you're up, buddy. What?
How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm here.
I've been worried about you. Ain't heard nothing from you.
Cash, it's been crazy, bud. It's been crazy. I can't always get back. You know that. So please forgive me. All of you. Forgive me, y'all. I can't get back to all of you. The schedule's nuts, and from now until election day, it's going to get nutsier.
I know.
What you got, brother?
Well, I just been, me and my great nephew, Gage, you talked to him. We've been working together quite a bit. He started school back today. So I reckon we're going to be working on weekends and stuff with him, or after school when we get his homework done. But
good.
I just want to make sure you got that, and I see it finally went through.
Yep, I got it. And thank you, buddy. Have you got the video yet, Cash?
The what?
Have you gotten the video yet?
No. What video?
Oh my God, Cash! You haven't even been listening to the program, buddy. The video, Revolution 2.0. Man,
I've been without a phone, and I don't have internet anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. So, all right, buddy. Well, I've got to get off. We've got a ton of callers. I'll talk to you private so I can explain everything. We got to figure out how to do it if you don't have.
Gotcha, bro. You call me anytime. Gage, hey, say hey to Gage right quick. Okay?
Hello. Yeah. Hello, Gage. Gage, are you there? Hello, Gage. I hope you're there. All right, buddy. Thanks, Gage. I hope you're there. Good talking to you. We've got to run. Okay. We've got to go. All right, Alden. What else we got, buddy? All right. I got this from Dixie. She said, Larry, this is Dixie. Just want to let you know, I will buy that video by Friday. Also let everyone know that the attorney and his wife that came out at DNC for Hillary and that's all it says. I don't know the rest of it. Dixie, I don't know what the rest is. So, you understand, folks, where we're at? Do you? Where are you? 7,747 people. Now, I told y'all, by the way, did I not? When this race defined itself and it became Hillary versus Trump, I told y'all they're going to be all over Trump. See, Donald Trump thought, maybe he even still thinks, that the media will do with him what they did in the primary. They're not going to. You see, the primary for Trump, that was Republicans eating Republicans up. In other words, that was Republicans fighting Republicans, and the media loves that. And they loved the way Trump was so aggressive, calling all these Republicans what they really are. They loved it. But it's like I told you, when he gets in the race against Hillary, everything will change. And it has. They're not going to cut him any slack. He's not going to get 1 ounce, not 1 ounce of media, positive media in any way. It's not the way they work. They're destroying Trump every day. Now, if you didn't hear, now they're even claiming that Trump is mentally sick. They're claiming he's mentally sick. And look at what they're saying. They're saying, I'm just getting some text here. They're saying that the Republicans are worried because Trump is so mentally ill that he may be going to take himself out of the race because he's crazy. Think about that. My God. They're actually saying that. But what's worse is people are actually eating it up. People are actually eating that kind of stuff up. And everywhere Trump moves, everywhere he goes, somebody's betraying him, something I understand quite well. He can't trust anybody. He's being torn apart. Remember when I told y'all, when Hillary starts running her race, she's going to spend 60-70% of her billions of dollars discrediting and destroying Trump. If you think I just made this up because of what's going on, I got news flash for you. The book I wrote, The Genie's Out of the Bottle, back in 98, 99. One of the things I put in there, one of the rules, it's your job to make your opponent out to be whatever your opponent needs to be defeated. And then you make yourself out to be whatever you need to be to win. Now, that sounds like an impossible task, because that would mean to make Trump what he needs to be to lose, they might need to make stuff up about him that's not true. Well, you'd get caught, you'd think. And then when it comes to Hillary, making Hillary be what she's got to be to win, well, you think that can't be real, because she'd get caught. She'd lie and she'd get caught. I hope you've seen by now she can lie and she don't get caught. Oh, she may get caught by somebody, but the media's not going to cover it. They're not going to put it out. They're free to do anything they want to do, y'all. Free to do absolutely anything they want to do. It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful, except you must remember, all of you, you must take this personally. You must make it personal to you. They're destroying the future for your children and grandchildren. If you don't care about yourself, fine. Look at your children and your grandkids. And what do you think about somebody that would take their young lives and get them to face the future of hell? Oh, okay. Here's what Miss Dixie was saying. The attorney and his wife that came out in the DNC for Hillary was with the Muslim Brotherhood. And he has an office in Charlottesville, Virginia, to help illegal immigrants buy their citizenship. Now it's being investigated. This is the parents of the son that was killed in the war. He tried to blame Trump for it. That's really good too, you see, because Trump didn't do it. If you want to blame Khan, you Muslim mohair creep, if you want to blame somebody, blame the people that got your son killed. That's Barack Hussein Obama and Hillary. They were the one pulling it off. I got this. You're spot about the media, sir. Oh, you're spot on about the media, sir. Out here, we were taught that there's only two qualifications to run for president. You must be a natural-born citizen, and you must be 35 or older. Temperament or mental stability is not an issue. That's right. It's not. It's not. And by the way, I got this from Greg. We're now at 7,749. I got this from Miss Carla. Larry, when I purchased the video, I had a hard time logging in to purchase it. I know my weakness is this techie stuff, and that might be a challenge for all of us old farts. Miss Carla, you way ahead of me, so don't worry. Don't worry at all. But thank you for getting it, and I'd like for you to call in if you can and tell me what you thought about it. And I got this from Dixie. He is selling citizenship to people. That Khan. You see how the media played that out? The media played it out like he was the most humble. What a great human being, this Khan guy. Well, they should have called him what he was, Khan. He's a Muslim. Did you know, folks, that guy setting up at that DNC convention, that guy up at that convention, did you know he follows a religion? He is a part of a religion that wants to kill us. Did you see him talk about that? Did anybody ask him, hey, where do you stand on Islam? Are you truly a believer in Islam? Are you truly a follower of Islam? If they ask him that, then the follow-up question should be, sir, since you have said you are a true follower of Islam, then I guess that means as well you believe in Sharia law, don't you? And if you believe in Sharia law, I would follow up by saying, can you explain why in the Quran? Why? Why does it say kill infidels? Huh? Why? Why does it say that? And I don't know about y'all, but when I saw that man, the look on his face, I saw a man that would kill Donald Trump if he could in a Mexican second. He would. And I saw in that man's face just what Miss Daisy found out. I saw a man that's a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, Obama's bunch. And that Muslim Brotherhood is just absolutely intent on killing Christians, persecuting Christians. Did the media tell you about that? No. And once again, I'd like for all of you to understand something. When somebody comes out and justifies or tries to justify to you that the followers of Islam are peace, love, dope, just lovely people, ask them. Ask them. Ask those people that you're talking to that make a statement like that. Say, well, you know what's got me troubled? Why has no one that is defending Islam, why has not one Muslim defending Islam ever come out and said, if you don't believe we're a religion of peace and love, get the Quran and read for yourself? They're not going to say that. Because if you open up that Quran, you don't see peace and love. Miss Carla, are you there?
Hey, Larry. Yes, I am. And I watched the video and I thought it was pretty good. I got to watch it a couple more times. But what I liked about it is you're basically covering all the bases. You're covering the corporate USA if they if they hire an illegal, they're putting themselves and their business at risk. If you rent to illegal, the landlords, they're not going to want to put themselves at risk there. And then also, so if they have no way of having income or lodging and that somewhere to stay, their reason for being here, they're going to flee then. So I think
right.
You're bringing up some good points, with that, because you're basically covering all the bases. When you have a business, you're getting into it to make money, not ending up, in a jumpsuit somewhere. Same thing with your investments.
Right.
And
Carla, you own a
good
business.
point.
You own a business. Your husband manages a business. And let's just say in your business, you've got reason to believe that you might want to hire an illegal immigrant. Now, let me ask you this. If the risk was there, if you hired one, you might even like him and think he's a hard worker, boy, what a person. But if the risk is there that if you hire that person, you will pay a $5,000 fine and serve 90 days in jail mandatory, you meaning you can't get out of it, no way. Would you still hire him?
No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
No.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Now, if you saw 3 or 4 businesses in your state, people that you know, that did hire them, and they were fined and sent to prison, would that be a deterrent to you as an employer?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're basically taking a bat and you're hitting it over everybody's head. I mean, you got to be brain dead to do that, if this would pass into law. And I think I think what you're stating is a good point. I'm not going to risk. I'm not risking myself to end up in some jumpsuit. Sorry, I don't look good in orange.
Yeah, and then think about, that's the first offense. Think about the second offense, Carla. You're getting $10,000 fine and 1 whole year in prison, mandatory, no way out.
Yeah, but see, here's another thing you got to think of is are your pockets that deep where you have to hire an attorney to defend you? The attorneys will clean you out. So either way, you're going to get it stuck up your ass.
That's right. So, Carla, did that video, and I know you've just watched it 1 or 2 times, does it help you? Does it give you some help? Has it? And I know you're a studier of all of this, so maybe compared to somebody that doesn't know anything about it, it's going to be different with you. But do you see it as being an effective tool? And tell me the truth.
I think it would be, because even if you're not into, this kind of stuff, everybody, is into, they don't want to be in jail. So if you have a business or you have different investments, you're not going to want to take on that risk. I mean, just for basically the frame that you stated, this whole concept. And then even if you have to, and then something happens, you have to hire an attorney. You're going to go bankrupt by the time the attorney cleans you out. And then another thing, the laws aren't written for the plaintiff; they're written for the defendant. So you would be a plaintiff. So you're already walking in losing. So I mean, this video, to answer your question, this video is good for any Johnny Joe lunch bucket that's walking around in this country. I mean,
Carla,
it brings it home to everybody.
All right, guys, I got this text. I'm going to read it to you. It's from 440-339-6121. I am disappointed in you for laughing about certain people that send you money less than $100. You no longer sound sick like you did. Found out you do not have cancer. What say you? What do you think, Carla?
I'm keeping I'm minding my own business with that stuff. I got enough crap going on in my life. I understand some of your situations and that.
Have you ever heard me laugh at people that send less than $100? Have you ever heard me do that?
Larry, I've never heard that, and I've heard you where on the phone where I've talked to you, when you and I've talked privately, and you didn't sound really good. So if you're sounding good and a lot better, I think that's great. And in my opinion, unless people know the exact dynamics of what goes on in the medical field and how the insurance and everything is set up, they're not gonna. They don't know. And it's not my position to judge, and it's none of my business. I can just go on my instincts.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm glad that you're sounding good and doing better.
Let me tell you something, Carla, and all of you. Let me tell all of you something.
Larry, do you need me to get off the phone so somebody else can...
No, you're okay. No, you're okay. This is a ride. Some days you're up, some days you're down. Some days I get treatment, some days I can't afford it, don't. And y'all have heard the difference. Matter of fact, most of you have seen me on Alex Jones with a tube sticking out my damn throat. But that's not even the point to all of this. You see what they're doing, Carla, to Trump? See how they're trying to discredit him with outlandish tales of him being mentally sick? Everything in the world they're accusing him of. And I believe now, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to believe this. But the person that I trusted, I am fairly well convinced now that they were put there by the Clintons, and they're using the same strategy on me that they're using on Trump, trying to get y'all to buy in and believe some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen. It'd be easier to list the stuff that they haven't yet claimed I'm guilty of than listing all the stuff they do. But I'll say this to every one of you, folks, believe this if you want to. Believe it if you want to. That's your call. I'm like you, Carla. I ain't got time to put up with that. I don't. Y'all have listened to me for months, many of you for years. And if you're willing to believe somebody that apparently now we know didn't even tell us her real name over me, then do it. Do it. Because you're not hurting me. But to that person, I want y'all all to remember this. That person is destroying the future for your children and your grandchildren. Believe them if you want to. Believe them if you want to. But we're going to stay above the fray, Miss Carla. Not going to get in. The only reason I did what I did is because I got that text. I don't want people to think that I hide stuff. I just don't. So, Carla, thank you so much, hon.
Oh, you're welcome. And, just the last 5 seconds is, I think this would hit home for everybody. It's just not a certain area of people. I think your message is going to hit everybody. And the word needs to, get out. And we're telling everybody that we know, and passing everything around and that. But Larry, I hope you continue to keep getting better, and you have a great day. Talk to you later.
Thank you, hon. Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks. Now, the other good news. Y'all don't need me now. You don't need me. You've got the video. That's what you need right now to save this nation, is that video. That video. You've got to get it, and you got to use it. Do you hear me? Get it and use it. You don't need me. The things that are said on that video relative to the 10th Amendment, that's Jefferson, Adams, Franklin, all our founding fathers. And when you're talking about that, tell the people, do you think it's a mistake that they put an amendment in the Constitution insisting that the states maintain their sovereignty so that they rule themselves? Do you think that was a mistake? I don't. That's a fact. Tell the people that are watching it. If you doubt it, look it up for yourself. Look it up. You see all these politicians in Washington, they're real quick to tell you, look, I have the Constitution in my coat pocket right above my heart. But for some reason, that Constitution don't mention the 10th Amendment, states' rights, because if they really had it in their heart or above their heart, and they really did know it, and they really did read it, then they really wouldn't be passing the laws that they pass, because they would know. They would know. It's not legal for them to pass laws. Now, let's get to North Carolina. Did any of you call the governor's office in North Carolina? I'm going to say what, Holland? Excellent. Holland said, someone in the chat on the YouTube said her and her family and friends called the governor's office 121 times. Great. Thank you. Somebody call in and tell me. Tell me what happened when you called the governor's office in North Carolina. If you talk to somebody, please. 501-499-6022. Holland has informed me I've missed 2 commercials. Folks, today I have to have your help. Unless you believe I'm not sick, that's fine. I have to have your help. I need a contribution from you to help me. If you can. But now remember, today, as was yesterday, as it has been since the race was established, if all you have is $20, I insist that you take that $20 and buy the video. If you can help me and still get the video, great. I need your help. You're all I got. You're all I've got. But I need your help. If you can, just go to PayPal, Nichols Live at AOL.com. Nichols Live at AOL.com. I need your help. Now, back to where we were. Are you there? Did any of you talk to somebody at the governor's office in North Carolina? Did you talk to a person? Very good. All right, Emily, tell us, you called the governor's office. What did they say?
Yes, sir. I called yesterday, and I also left numerous messages overnight on the 24/7 line. I spoke again just 20 minutes before you went on air. I spoke with a very nice young lady who happened to be African American. And I, of course, read the script, and then we talked further. And I said, I don't know about you, but I find it highly offensive and highly targeted that they would single out in the judge's statement Black people. I said it almost leads to an impression that Black people somehow, exclusively them, no other minority group, cannot obtain a photo ID or a driver's license. I said this is directly targeted to incite, in my opinion, and only my opinion, it is to incite a Black Lives Movement within North Carolina. I know what their population is. I actually grew up in North Carolina. I wanted to make sure that I spoke to that lady and gave her more than enough information, including my personal phone number, that the governor's welcome to call me back if he would like. I also suggested and recommended that there are 13 other states that will stand behind him if he will just be strong enough to stay the course and not stand down, to stand up for states' rights. So that's the only thing we have as the American people to restore the proper balance between state and federal government. And I'm not going to take up a lot more time. I'm so happy.
What did the person say when you talked to them? I mean, were they supportive, friendly?
Very. She thanked me. Yes, sir. She thanked me over and over again. And she read back exactly what she wrote down, that I had actually grown up in North Carolina. I still have a parent alive that's in North Carolina. And I said, look, they will be calling as well. And I said, I did ask for feedback on how many calls they received. And she said she wasn't able to give me that information.
Okay.
So that's fine. The point is, we have a start, and I only had about 7 people besides myself involved in this, but we did manage to get 123 calls through.
Very
so
good.
It can be done.
All right, Miss Emily.
It can be done.
Thank you, hon. Appreciate it.
You stay strong, Larry. Stay strong. Let your haters be your motivators, my friend.
All right. Okay, thanks. All right, folks. Anybody else that actually called in? I got this from Greg. It says, urgent, turn off Fox News from today until Monday. Watch only one American news or nothing at all. Fox is spreading pure BS like the mainstream media. Folks, you cannot trust Fox News. Do not. Fox News, I'm telling you guys, I've known it for years. They're no different than MSNBC or any of them. They're not. They just play like they are, but they're not. Please know that Fox News is not fair and balanced any more than is MSNBC, CNN, or whatever. Got this from another listener, Larry. I called the governor's office, read script. The lady was very nice, and she said she would pass it on to the governor, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. This is what we do. This is the way we handle war today. This is the war we're in to save our nation. And Jerry, you did what had to be done, and I'm proud of you, and I thank you. Now, I got this from a listener, good friend, listener. Larry, we know who is behind that text sent to you. The Clintons will do anything to discredit you and the truth. And then I was asked to give the call-in number. Joel, are you talking about the call-in number to the program? The call-in number to the program is 501-499-6022. 501-499-6022. Now, I do not know. I don't have the numbers to call the governor's office. So, Lori or somebody, if you still have those numbers, would you call in and give them to us? Now, folks, I want to tell you another thing. You need to remember to get the video. The video is www.statesrights.video. Got it? Statesrights.video. It is not .com. It is .video. Video. And I got this from Brenda. I sent you 25, and One America News is the one we watch. Brenda, I got it, and thank you so much, folks. Out of the 500 I've got to get, I've got $30. Brenda sent 25, and Grant sent 5. $25, $30. $30. Now, I know when you go to states' rights, and remember, folks, it's states, plural, states, and it's rights, plural, with an S on both of those. State with an S, states, right with an S, rights, .video. And when you get there, if I understand it correctly, when you get there, you have to just sign up for Vimeo, and then that gets you to where you can purchase the video. You don't have to pay anything to get Vimeo. William sent $2.22. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. So we're at $32.22 today. So who's out there? Nobody's calling. What's the matter? Very good. All right, we've got Joel on the line. How are you, Joel?
How are you today? You sound better.
I'm stronger. I get
good.
fired up, Joe. I will tell the audience one thing that I guess y'all consider making me sound like I'm better is I am big time, Joe, motivated about this video. This is our fight for our country. This is our last shot, son. You know that, Joe. We've talked about it for a long time, you and I.
Yes, we have, and I have went to my representatives with it and trying to get people to follow through with it. But regarding that text that you got a little bit ago, I don't know all the listeners that are out there. I don't know how well some of you know Larry like I do, but Larry has been sick for a long while, and he's nearly been several times over the past 2 years that I know of, became gravely, deathly ill and has nearly died several times. And for someone to come in there and say that you don't have cancer and that you're not sick, they don't know you very well. And I just feel like that they're trying to discredit you and the truth and what you're standing for and what you're doing. And it kind of ticks me off a little bit because knowing you the way I do, and if you didn't need the help, you wouldn't ask. You really don't want to ask for it, but
no, that's a fact.
I know that, but you got a lot of fight left in you, and your God's. A lot of people don't know it, but a person has a mission, and until a person is truly gone from this earth, their mission is not complete on the earth. So that's basically all I got to say, Larry, and whoever's doing that, and I feel like we know who it is. They can. I can't say what I'm thinking.
I know,
right now,
I know, buddy. I'm going to ask you one thing, Joe, before you go, because I've got two other callers online. But I got to ask you one thing. Have I ever predicated our friendship in any way on you giving me money?
No, sir. No, you never have. You never have. What we do is between us, and we've got a friendship that I regard highly, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Me as well, Joe. Thank you. Take care of that baby, buddy. Take care of that grandbaby.
All right, that's what I'm doing. Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too. All right, what's the next caller? We got another caller. Come on in.
Hey, Larry, it's Sanford again from yesterday.
Hey, Sanford. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, sweetie. I just wanted to call and tell the listeners they can also email the governor of North Carolina, which I did.
Oh, great. Great.
You go on the website. I don't have it in front of me, but it's just put in, Google Governor of North Carolina, and you pull up his official website, and it says contact. And so you can email the script too. And also, I don't know if you got those phone numbers. I have them in front of me for
Would you read them, please?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
All right.
The main number that you call and talk to somebody is area code 919-814-2000. And that's where you'll get somebody that you'll be able to talk to. But you can also call the 24-hour line anytime and just leave a message. And the 24-hour line is area code 919-814-2050.
All right.
Yeah,
Sanford, thank you.
To let you know that, if somebody wants to email, it's just another way to get the message through to the governor. And kudos to Emily for staying on the line when she called the governor's office and talking to that lady. I think that was a wonderful move. So thank you, Emily.
You bet. Well, thank you, Sanford.
Okay, well, I'm going to let somebody else call in, but I'm able to call. Normally, I can only watch you on YouTube because I work, but I have a couple days off, and I thought, well, I'm going to call in this time. So,
you bet.
Anyway.
Well, I'm honored that you did. Thank you, Sanford.
Well, I'm honored to talk to you, sir. So, anyway, those are the points I wanted to bring up, so I'll let somebody else get on.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, folks. She's a trooper. She's working. All right. We've got, Greg just sent me the word. Let me see. We have 7,752 people listening right now. 7,752 people listening right now. Now, what I need to know. Oh, okay. I think I got this right. If you want to send an email, it is governor, GOVERNOR .nc.gov. Did y'all get that? If you want to send an email, it's governor, GOVERNOR, and that's a capital G there, .nc.gov. You got it? And folks, that will work. I got this from Greg. The Bible tells us this. God says, I will bless those that bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. He also says, touch not thine anointed. The haters should repent. Yes. But I mean, hey, it is what it is, folks. What I want to talk about and what we've got to talk about is the truth. Do any of you realize one is who? Chili? All right, we've got a caller. Chili, are you there? Hello, Chili.
Chili?
Yes, are you there? Or whoever the caller, are you there?
I'm here. This is Jerry from Minnesota.
Hey, okay, I don't know where Chili came from. How are you, Jerry?
Anyway, yeah, how you doing, Larry? I bought the video last night and watched it through it and everything. There's a couple. I don't know how you can do $5,000 in 90 days. In this state, in Minnesota, it is already illegal to hire, illegal immigrants. It's illegal. They have already. Huh?
Well, it is. It's already a state law, but I assure you that if anybody were to be prosecuted under your existing law, you know what'll happen?
Nothing.
Nothing. The federal government will intercede and throw it out and claim that your state has no purview. You have no rights to deal with immigration. That's a federal government issue. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
Truly is. Now, that's why we have to make your governor in your state, if he would, if that's the state where he can or he will, and that doesn't mean every state will, a lot of them won't. We've got to get the governors to understand you can either implement your present laws, but what I'm trying to do with the video, Jerry, is this. If you want to stop losing American jobs, right? If you want to stop Americans losing their jobs to illegal immigrants, and you're right, by definition, they're illegal, aren't they?
Right.
If you want to stop it, here's an organic. I love to use that word because that's kind of a liberal weenie word, okay? Organically. If you want to stop it organically and cheap, all you got to do is pass a law that prosecutes any employer that hires one, and pass a law that any renter or, home seller that sells one, that they're going to be prosecuted mandatory and fined mandatory. That means they can't get out of it. And so what happens then, they can't work, just like Miss Carla said, Jerry, they can't work and they can't find a place to live. So you know what they'll do? They'll leave your state and go to California or some state that will let them live there and work.
Yeah. I don't know about this state. Mark Gayton, he's pretty liberal. He's pretty wishy gushy. He'll just everybody, So
yeah.
I don't know what to think.
All right, my friend. We got 2 other callers and we got 7 minutes. Jerry, thank you so much. Thank you for getting it. Please show it to people, will you? Will you?
Hey, I noticed you're smoking. Are you still smoking now?
You bet. You bet. I'll go out smoking, Jerry.
You got to give it up, my friend.
A lot of people have tried. A lot of people have tried to get me to. Thanks, my friend. Let me get to the next caller, buddy. We're out of time. Okay.
Morning. Good morning, Larry. Morning, Larry.
Okay,
this is Richard from the islands.
Hey, Richard from the islands. How are you? Hello.
This is one of your soldiers out here, man.
Good man.
I got a hold of North Carolina the first time I called yesterday, and I talked to a lady named Wanda. Very nice lady. And she told me on the phone that the governor was going to uphold that.
All right. That she told you the governor was planning to stay the course, essentially. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly, Larry. That's the words I heard. I asked her twice because I didn't think I heard her right the first time. So she told me that the governor was going to uphold that voter ID issue.
Great.
Is what he was going to do. I got a hold of Chad. What I did, I texted him because his voicemail was full.
Right.
Which I probably thought was going to happen. So what I did, I left him a text. I told Chad, I said, if you need any help calling these people back, let me know once you get to Hawaii. I haven't heard anything. Larry, I haven't heard anything from Chad, but please let him know. If you guys need anything, you call me.
Will do, brother. Will do.
He's got my phone number. He's got my phone number on his phone.
All right. And Richard, you've got my phone number. You've got my number. That's that text number. That's my phone number, brother. Let me get to the next caller. We're out of time, and I want to.
Let me have your text number real fast one more time.
440-897-0611. And that is my phone number, 440-897-0611. Now, guys, sometimes I can't talk. Sometimes I can't take it, but I try to as much as I can. Just keep trying. Thank you, Richard.
I got it. One more thing before we hang out. Folks out there, you pray. This is Larry's a target. You guys pray for his protection from enemies, and you pray for him and his family for blessings. And folks, I'm praying for all of us, all you guys at the same time, for God to bless us all in our country. Thank you, Larry. Thanks, Larry.
All right. Thank you, Richard. All right, Alden, we got anybody else? Are they still on?
What's that?
Yes, caller, you there?
I am.
Yes.
Yes. Hi, this is Charla. I'm calling from Utah.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I want to tell you, I did call the North Carolina governor, and they actually had shut down that 2000 number, just had a recording saying to call back at a different time. But the 24-hour number is available. And then even better, on that 24-hour line, there's another option for constituents. So I called back and pressed that option. And I did speak to a lady, and I explained to her that I was from the state of Utah, that I wasn't one of the constituents, but nonetheless, that I supported that measure. So that's another way that you can get through to a real person.
Well, what did she say to you, right quick? What did she say to you?
She said that several others from my state had called and how much she appreciated our support.
Great.
Yep. Now, furthermore, go ahead. What was your question?
Well, go on, honey. We're almost out of time, so go ahead.
I know, but this is a sad thing I need to tell you about. When I was trying to figure out how to find you online, because I've never listened to you live before, I found out that there's a woman named Emily from Kingsport, Tennessee, that has made a complaint about you on the ripoffreport.com. And she's, anyway, it's a big deal. Well, not so much a big deal, but it's pretty extensive. But apparently there is a way that people can rebut whatever it is she's saying. So people may want to look a little bit into that. I don't know too much about your situation, but she's going into some fairly good detail that you're apparently being treated at the Cleveland Clinic. And anyway, so you may want to look at that and then see if there's ways that we can help you to rebut that.
Yeah, listen, Charlotte. Number one, I'm not going to rebut it. I'm not going to have anything to do with them. I'm not going to elevate them to the level of talking. Because if you talk to them or try to deal with it, then you get another one, then you got to talk to them, then you get another one, you spend all your time. We're not going to do that. We don't have time. You know, people can support me. You know, people can support me and help me, send what they can, or they don't have to. But we're not going to get into those kind of games with these people. And I think if you look at it, you'll see it's very much in line with what the Clintons do. And they're just trying to discredit me so that you won't do what's got to be done. And I'm telling you, you saw with the call you made to North Carolina, they do respect us. They do. And they appreciate us.
Yeah.
All right, dear, we've got to run. Thank you.
You've got to take good care of yourself. And I'll listen to you tomorrow.
I'm glad you found us. All right, Alden, we got another caller. Okay. All right, we got 1 minute left, folks. Got looks like I've got $32 out of the 500. 32. But again, remember, if you can help me, please do. But if it's down to helping me or getting the video, please, you've got to get the video. And folks, we're out of time. We've got to get you to get the video. You've got to get it and show it. Do exactly what the instructions say, and we'll save this country. And if you don't,
over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby.